Guys, so moving on to the co-main event, the Battle of China, Zhang Weili versus Yang Xiaonan. Did I pronounce that right, Kamaru?
Close enough. Definitely close enough.
Anyhow, this fight, Kamaru, was a battle of two country women. I mean, obviously, we saw the fight, man. You know, Xiaonan has a heart of a warrior. I felt like she was out cold when Weili had that rear naked choke. I almost wonder if they should count that as somewhat of a knockout. But either way, man, that fight was cold. Weili did her thing. Weili was able to mix it. She was able to use all her different tools to be able to get the victory.
No, definitely not a knockout because she was in a submission hold. But she got up, and I think the ref gave her ample chances. I mean, because what the ref wanted was a big stumble that she didn't know where she was at, and for him to call the fight, because he was very watchful of her when she stood up, and you know she had a little bit of a stumble, but she seemed present enough to get to her corner. And the ref allowed it to continue because the time went out. She didn't tap, and he did do a final check, and she was still awake when he did the final check. And then towards the end, it was just those extra 3 seconds, and you know that seemed like they might have completely put her out. But you know, she's a warrior. I knew she was the striking advantage. I knew she's blistering fast. Like her quick twitch to get to the target is so fast. And as you saw, she dropped Weili a couple of times there, and Weili just seemed to he basically did what a champion does do, is find the path of least resistance, which was the grappling. So she kept going to it. She kept changing levels, getting to the wrestling and getting her down, and ultimately head on to win the fight.
Yeah, no, for sure, man. I think there's a lot that Weili's also in a great position. She's already defended her bout a few times now. So I think moving forward now, I think, as I said before, it's time for her to go up. And I think there's one advice that I would give to Weili and all these other fighters. Whatever it is that you actually do on the mic after your post-fight, that's the real post-fight interview. It's not what you tell MMA Junkie and everybody, or MMA Fighting on the back at the press conference. No, whatever you do inside the octagon will lead you to that next position. Where is it that you want to be? So I'm surprised she didn't call out the winner of Alexa Grasso and Valentina Shevchenko. I do believe that she has the right to be able to go up to 125 pounds and finally become the second two-division champ in women's UFC history.
I think she did the best she could. I mean, she was overwhelmed she just got done from a very hard-fought victory. That wasn't easy by any means. It was not easy. It was hard. She dropped twice in that fight. And so I think she was just getting over that. And I think, honestly, it was just she was, after a hard-fought battle like that with another woman from the same country, this was a very, very big moment for both of these women, because it was a huge moment for the world. Two Chinese women fighting for the title, not just Chinese men, but Chinese women fighting for a title, first time in history. It was such a huge moment that I think it was so overwhelming, and she knew that it was going to be a tough fight for her. Imagine the nerves that she was dealing with as the first Chinese champion, and now do you lose your belt to another Chinese lady? So she's dealing with all these feelings, and so at the end of that fight, she couldn't help but just be grateful of the moment and be respectful of that moment. And then when she got in the back, she realized, you know what? Maybe I do want to move up and challenge for that belt to be champ. But, you know, an incredible fight, and it just showed the heart of a champion. To be able to withstand all of that and still get the victory shows that she is the true champion.
Yeah, of course.